Today we continue with our Kitzur class. Today's class number 33, and we start with Sefer Chafetz Chaim, page number 110, and the big topic is the same, Lashon Hara general rules, and today's topic is land. Okay, so please go ahead.
All forms of Lashon Hara are prohibited, even when the information is true and accurate. Only in very specific circumstances it is permissible to say something that would be otherwise considered Lashon Hara. This will be discussed later. Slander, which is information that is not true, referred to as Hatzas Shemra, is worse than Lashon Hara, which is derogatory but true. To relate derogatory information that is essentially true but includes either exaggerations or even slight altering of the facts is also considered Hatzah Shemra.
Okay. Alright, so Lashon Hara, just to highlight it, it is true. Rabbi, it says it's true. Okay. Alright, so we're still on our laws of mezuzah. Okay, almost closer to the end, I would say. So it's Siman number 11. And Halacha number 18. So it says, on the entrance of the place in which children who soil themselves are occasionally found, or in a place in which people occasionally wash themselves or urinate there, one should cover the mezuzah. However, only for occasional, temporary uses, we do not rely on the covering of the mezuzah. But as far as designated those places for integrated use, for example, to set up a container for a sewage water, one may not rely on a covering of the mezuzah. Please hit Teshuva, citing Yad Ketana. Okay, 1 second, there is one commentary. One should not thus regularly use the room with the mezuzah, even one that one is covered such degrading use. Okay, so basically, our mezuzah case is considered to be covering. So usually, what they do, they put it in a plastic. So you buy mezuzah scroll, and they put it in wrap in a plastic. So this plastic is one covering, and mezuzah case it's like a sack, so it's two covering. Of course, if like it says here, if people go to the bathroom in that room, like they had children go to the bathroom, let's say in a house. I mean, if it's a regular room, like a children's room, and they go to the bathroom, there's no problem, especially if we have double covering. Okay. So continue. But that room is not only for the bathroom. It's like the child sleeps there, eats there, so he also goes to the bathroom. Okay. So continue. Number 19. The entrance of a house, and also a courtyard, in which the idolater also lives, is exempt from requiring mezuzah. Interesting. Okay, commentary. Shach explained that affixing mezuzah in such a case can lead to the danger for the Jewish residents or desecration of mezuzah itself. So why is it danger? One more time. The entrance of the house is also a courtyard in which the idolater also lives. Is exempt from requiring mezuzah. Maybe it's like a common courtyard, and I'm not sure. Tell the truth, I'm not sure where's the problem. So one more time, Shach explains that affixing mezuzah in such a case can lead to the danger to Jewish residents. Maybe they otherwise they did not know that these people are Jews. Maybe mezuzah was covered, somehow hidden, but now it's like a common entrance. So now this non-Jew sees that the neighbors are Jews, or he can, as it says, as Shach says, maybe he's going to destroy mezuzah. But basically, it is exempt. Okay. So if he's normal guys, I mean, there's no problem. Okay. Number 20, a seller whose doorpost and entrance light on the ground in a horizontal position is exempt from the mezuzah, because only a standing doorpost are called mezuzah and require mezuzah. Okay. Noda Yehuda, Siman 184. Let's read commentary and explain. Commentary say the Torah says that mezuzah is required on the doorpost of your house. Okay, so basically we're talking about, like here we say we also have it in our city, like you have a store, and you have like basement, like it starts right there next to the store. So you open the gate and you go downstairs, right? So there is a door. There's two pieces of the door, two sides of the door, and there's a door frame. So this door frame, you don't need that to put mezuzah there because it's horizontal. The doorpost should be vertical. Okay. So very interesting.
Wait, question. You know how they have the sliding doors, right? Like it slides to the left, slides to the right.
Yeah.
Now, when the door is when it slides to the right, does it now count as a part of the doorpost or no?
No, the door. Even I have a sliding door right in front of me, but you still have a frame for the door. You put it on a frame.
But let's say there's, for example, a normal door frame, okay? Then in the middle of the door frame, there's a slit that's enough for the door to slide in through there. And so it's in the middle of the doorpost pretty much. So does it count as the doorpost?
Yes. Yeah. No, I got it. Yeah, I have simple. I know, like you're talking about like elevator style, correct?
Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah.
Yeah, it would require. Okay.
Oh, wait, one question. So you said we don't need mezuzahs on the elevators, correct?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Because I went to one place and they had mezuzahs on the elevators. So
on the elevator?
On the wall of the elevator.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have it there or no?
No.
Okay, then I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. Maybe they should join our class. I don't know. Okay. 21. Okay, so one who rents a house outside of Eretz Israel is exempt from obligation mezuzah for 30 days. Okay, here we go. Because the residence of the renter for the first 30 days is not considered permanent dwelling. Okay, I mean, but we said before, if a person bought the house, or I mean, he signed 5 years lease, or I don't know, even 1 year lease, he signed. That's from then on, it is permanent. He's not going to move. There is no plan. Okay, commentaries say a renter is not yet settled for the first 30 days, and he may yet change his mind and move elsewhere. So, but it is without a lease. If you have a lease, so they're going to take you to court, and so usually when person sign, unless that it's like, I just added from myself, like extraordinary circumstance. There is a flood, there is this gas leak. I don't know. Nobody's moving out. If was in rented dwelling for a long period of time, it is proper to affix mezuzah immediately. Here we go, but without reciting the blessing. After living for 30 days, one should ideally remove the mezuzah, recite the blessing, and reaffix it. If this is too difficult, one should simply touch the mezuzah and recite the blessing. Igros Moshe. Very interesting. So Igros Moshe said, so if you rented the house for an apartment for 1 year, let's say, so you put it mezuzah right away, but without the blessing. After 30 days, you just touch. Usually, it's not such a easy thing to remove it and put it back, so it's not recommended, basically. Okay, and then you can say blessing. Okay. As to why the Eretz Israel is different in this regard, see Rashi, Menachos, same place. Okay, very interesting. Okay, so one more time. If you rent it for a long time, for example, as we said, you sign lease for 1 year, 2 years, so you affix the mezuzah. You don't say a blessing, then after 30 days, you actually, if there are screws, you can unscrew a little even, and then take it off a little, then put it back and screw it in, no problem. Okay, CF number 22. If one is moving out of the house and another Jew is to move in to live there, the first person may not take mezuzahs of the doorpost. Rather, he should leave them there. The second person who is moving in should compensate for their value. Okay, so that's the proper way. But I would say like today, like many times this mezuzah case costs more than mezuzah itself. Fancy schmancy. Not many times. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So I mean, this case can cost, I don't know, $80, and mezuzah would cost like $45, $50, like cheaper one, right? So the guy number one said, I'm not going to pay. How do you know that you pay for mezuzah? I don't know how much you say. Maybe you bought it for $20 each. You're saying it was 100. So, it's not that simple. So you have to talk to the guy before, or to the person who's moving in, so they can put their own mezuzahs. Okay. When a non-Jew is moving in, the one moving out must remove mezuzahs to prevent them from being treated disrespectfully. Shulchan Aruch. So I was moving out one time, and Chinese people were moving in. So they asked it. So when they came to see the place, there were mezuzahs. So they asked me to leave mezuzahs there. I said the Jewish thing. They said, no, we know, leave them. I said, I cannot leave them. I mean, I said, if you want, you can go buy it. I mean, but I'm not going to leave my mezuzahs for you. Okay. Yes, 1 second. So one more time the whole sentence. If one is moving out of the house and another Jew is to move in to live there, first person may not take mezuzahs out of the doorpost. Okay, that's clear. So I mean, he has to have mezuzahs. Maybe he does not have. Maybe he does not know how to fix stuff like that. Maybe he said you have these holes. There are extra holes. I don't want it. So basically, the best, if you agree on the price, just leave them the mezuzahs. Rather, he should leave them there, and the second person who is moving in should compensate him for their value. 56. Taking of mezuzahs is viewed as causing damage to the future residents of the house, since the mezuzah for protection of the house. Tosafos, Baba Mitzia, etc. Okay. So they, as I said before, it's for protection, and you remove protection from another person. I mean, it's the way I see it, it's his responsibility. But since we are responsible for one another, that's okay. That's what we know. Continue. See 23. It says a person must be extremely scrupulous with the mitzvah mezuzah, because it is a mitzvah that is obligatory on all people at all times. So everybody must have mezuzah. Okay. So commentary. There is both men and women. Right? Orach Sameach to Rambam Hilchas mezuzah. Okay. Both day and night. So it's, yeah, that's what all the time means. Every time that the one enters and lives through the entrance, he encounters the testimony of the unity of Hashem's name. 59. The first verse, Hashem is our God, Hashem is one. Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Okay. Written in mezuzah declares the unity of Hashem. Okay. There is the name of the Holy One, blessed be He. Okay, so one more time the whole sentence, sorry. Every time the one that one enters or leaves through the entrance, he encounters the testimony of the unity of the name. There is that is the name of the Holy One, blessed is He. Upon encountering this, he will remember the obligation to love Hashem, and he will arouse, and it will rouse himself from his slumber and from preoccupation with temporary and unimportant affairs. That's the power of mezuzah. It says the verse following Shema, you shall love Hashem. So that's what is going to. That's how he is going to remember the obligation to love Hashem. Okay. And he will comprehend the truth of the fact that there is nothing that a person can attain that lasts forever and for all time, except for the knowledge that person attains in a rock of the ages, Hashem. Upon contemplating the truth, a person will immediately return to his moral senses and follow the straight path. So basically, based on what we just read, so personally, when you go out and come in and you look at the mezuzah, just stop for 30 seconds, 15 seconds. Just think about Shema, that Hashem is the one, He's running the world, and He's going to protect me. Our sages of the blessed memory said, Nachas 43b, whoever has tefillin on his head and on his arm, and tzitzis affixed to his garment, and the mezuzah affixed to the entranceway, it can be presumed that he will not sin. Right? So tefillin, mezuzah, and tzitzis will not sin. For he has many reminders of the fear of Hashem surrounded him. These mitzvahs themselves are the angels that save him from sin. As verse in Tehillim 34:8 states, the angel of Hashem encamps around his reverent ones, and he rescued them. So let's read commentary and explain what it says here. So commentaries say, is every mitzvah that one performs, an angel is created that has the qualities of the mitzvah. So that's why, sometimes this angel's defective. If he was thinking about something else, or this angel would be without a head, or he's without a hand, or whatever. Some parts of the body would be missing. So it depends. So this angel is exactly correspond to that mitzvah, that level of mitzvah that we do. From the mitzvahs that surround the person, tefillin, tzitzis, and mezuzah, angel is created that surrounds the person to protect him from sin. Machasha to menachas. So basically, as we learn, I think we learn, if not, maybe it's not in this book. So in olden days, Shulchan says that you have to don't tefillin and talis in a house. Sell of the blessing carbon, and then you go to the shul. So you go to the shul in your tefillin. They say unless there are some aggressive anti-Semites, or they're going to make a fun of the Jews, so then you absolve. You can put tefillin in a house, but the mitzvah is to put tefillin meaning you absolve, and you could put tefillin in a synagogue. Otherwise, the proper way to put tefillin in a house. I'm not sure how many people do it today, but that's the halakha. The sages of blessed memory further said in Shabbos 32b, due to the sin of neglecting the mitzvah of mezuzah, one sons and daughter die young. That's a big one. So, but as you can see yourself that many even not religious Jews would have mezuzah. Don't believe in anything, but they would have mezuzah because this mitzvah comes with a blessing. So others blessing in Olam Haba, right? But here maybe more suffering. Maybe. I mean that's what they would see it like. But mezuzah for sure protecting the house. Conversely, whoever is careful with mitzvah of mezuzah, his day will be lengthened, which is a good thing, right? Don't need the vitamins. As the verse in Dvarim 11:21 states, with regard to the observance of this mitzvah, in order to prolong your days and the days of your children. That's how important. So, and as we said, you have to have mezuzahs on every doorpost of your house. Okay, continue. Okay, so I guess we're going to have a shorter class. We just finished this and stop. Okay. So CF number 24. And it says, since the mezuzah serves to remind the person of unity of the name of HaShem, may he be blessed. Therefore, when he leaves the entrance of his house, and likewise when he enters, he should kiss it by lifting his hand to it and kiss his hand. So you touch it and then kiss his hand. So I saw many people, I have no why, they kiss his hand and then touch mezuzah. I have no idea why. Okay, few guys, but okay. Just 1 second. Okay, kissing him. However, he should not touch the actual mezuzah scroll, but we never touch. We have this casing, so that's good. Actual mezuzah scroll. Rather, he should take care that there is a glass covering or clear covering. Right, clear covering over the name of HaShem. Right. So today we don't have, but at least you have sheep on most of them. Yeah, go ahead.
So I forgot. So the mezuzah does it have to be rolled or no?
No, it has to be rolled.
Has to be rolled.
And on the outside, so inside you have text. So you roll the text inside. On the outside of mezuzah, it says one of the names of HaShem, and it has to be outside. So even if you put either in your plastic box, metal box, doesn't matter. So this name, even though you don't see, but it should like face you, right? So, but on most of the mezuzah they have letter shin, right? Letter shin. As a reminder of what they're saying. So I'm going to mispronounce, but you know what I'm going to. It's a name Shakai. Shakai. Okay. One of the Hashem's name. So the second letter is not K, if you don't know, it's Dalet. Okay. One of the names of Hashem is written in outside of mezuzah scroll. Exactly. A covering is necessary, so one does not violate the prohibition erasing the name of Hashem by wearing it away through the constant touching. So as we said, if it's open, if it's on the scroll, you touch it, and at the end of after some time, you're going to erase it. Furthermore, there is a prohibition regarding directly touching scroll. This prohibition of the Torah written on them, with the portions of Torah written on them. Response of Rav Akiva Eiger. Okay. So that's why when they read Torah, they use yad, this hand, right? Like a pointer. Okay, when a person leaves his house and puts his hand on the mezuzah, he should say, HaShem Shomri, HaShem Tzili, Al Yad Yemini. HaShem is my guardian. HaShem is my protective shade at my right hand. Right? Second commentary. It says, okay, this verse is a reference to the mezuzah that is positioned on the right of the person entering the room. Okay, go ahead.
So when the Shulchan Aruch tells us to say this, so are we allowed to say it with Hashem's actual name or no?
Okay, let me check. Yes. Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah. That's what they say. They translated Hashem, but
got
it. Because it is a blessing. It is a blessing. It's not like it's a blessing, and it is a blessing, and you're saying the whole verse, so there is no problem. Hashem Yishmor Teisi Uvayoya Meila Ata Ve'adam Olam. Hashem will guard my departure and my arrival from this time and forever. 66. So it says also Maharsha to Menachas Story 3b, who further explained the connection between these verses in Mitzvah Mezuzah. So let's see if we stop. So and then we finish Baruch Hashem. We finish this Siman 11. Mezuzah is mezuzah of the individual must be checked twice every 7 years. Okay, so let's stop here. The commentaries say to make sure that they were not stolen. Basically, if you have a case, how do you know there's mezuzah in there? Oh, right? I mean, if it's outside at least. From their containers or worn out or torn. Also possible when it's like we have one is like the one that's outside especially. So you have to check more often. Or torn and to make sure that the letters are still intact. Okay. So twice every 7 years, commentators say, one should remove the mezuzah prior to the painting of this house, so not to paint over. In this event, that the house was painted with mezuzah on it, the mezuzah must be checked to determine if there were not rendered involved by the paint. So, I mean, if you have good casing, you're not going to like spoil like paint. I mean, maybe the fumes of the paint, the way I understand, right, it could go inside and ruin the mezuzah also. So one more time, the whole sentence. The mezuzah is of the individual must be checked twice every 7 years. Mezuzah of the public, there is those at the gates of the courtyard, provinces and cities, upon whom it is difficult to place a burden to the public. If the community's obligation become burdensome, no one will attend to them. Like it's too much to do. Must be checked twice every Jubilee cycle, meaning twice in 50 years. There is a in 50 years. Okay. Sirosh and Hilchas Tefillin. Okay, so we can stop here. Any comments, questions?
Yeah. So, question. Now, I know there's a rabbinic mitzvah to do the bedtime Shema, but does one fulfill that mitzvah, let's say, if he does the Meir of Shema right before he goes to sleep?
No, because I see what he's saying, but before saying bedside Shema, you have Hamapil. You have like two paragraphs before that, and there's special combination. And then there you in bedtime Shema you say only first paragraph. You don't say all you. I mean, there is the way I understand that there is no obligation to say all three paragraphs, and then Siddur is the only first one.
Understood.
So it's like it's a few seconds. Like it's not
what's it called? Oh, and also a question. So in the first Mishnah in Brachos, Rabbi Eliezer says that one has to fulfill his obligation in the first third of the night, correct? My question is like this. So he does not have the view of the rabbis that you're allowed to do it the whole night. So basically, what I'm saying is that the first watch isn't a fence. He thinks that that's the whole obligation, correct? For example,
okay.
The sages made a rabbinic prohibition which made it until midnight, right? Now, what I'm saying is that Rabbi Eliezer, he didn't make the first watch a rabbinic prohibition. He thought that that was the whole mitzvah, correct? Or he thought that...
I don't exactly remember how he said it, but just so we understand. So the point of this is that the person, I mean, if he said, no, you know what, I'm too tired, I'm going to rest a little, I'm going to wake up after midnight, and I'm going to say, who are you kidding? And he said, you're not going to wake up after midnight. You're not. So they say, like, don't go to bed. Don't go to bed, say it now. But halacha, it's the bottom line halacha, you are allowed up to the dawn. Before the dawn, you can say there's Shema.
Exactly, I agree. So my question is like this. Does Rabbi Eliezer hold the same thing that biblically you're allowed to do it until dawn? Or does he view it as biblically it's only during the time of the first watch? I don't remember exact wording, so I cannot answer. But I think Rabbi Yehuda said till the dawn. But I don't remember the wording. But yes, the most preferable way, they say as soon as possible. As soon as the night starts is the best time to say to daven Mariv. Understand.
Because it's like we have to, as you learn in what is it, in right? So you have to be run to the mitzvah. So the best, like with the first opportunity. Okay, that's it.
Understand. Okay, thank you. I want to tell you one thing after.
Okay, so let's start. All right.
אני מברך את הרבנים, רגע. אני מברך את הרבנים, הרב ירון ראובן, הרב אפרים כחלון, ראשי ארגון בעזרת השם, שהלכו בפי עליון, שעלו מעלה, יהיה להם ברכה והצלחה, הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא בישועות ליבם לטובה ולברכה, שבכל אשר יפנו ישכילו ויצליחו, יזכו לעשות כאלה וכאלה, הודיעו תורה לאדירה, אמן ואמן.
בעזרת השם רשת בכל הארץ. הוא היהודי הזה, הוא היה מיליונר, סגר את כל הביזנס, אמר אני משקיע פה בעולמה של תורה.
איפה הוא גר?
בפלורידה.
איפה זה פלורידה? באמריקה.
במיימי. כן, ליד. אנחנו שם עכשיו הולכים להקים קהילה ספרדית.
חזק אותו בשמי.
קהילה ספרדית גדולה.
תעבירו מה שבירכתי אותו.
כן, קהילה ספרדית גדולה.
כן.